I was given a budget of $600. The goal, giving my fall wardrobe a luxury upgrade. Now you may be wondering, is that possible for $600? Like, really? Well, would I be making this video if it wasn't possible? So how did I do it? What did I buy? What do the outfits look like? There are 10 of them, by the way. And do you think I spent all $600? I promise you all of those questions will be answered. This video is sponsored by Quince, and big thank you to them for supporting this channel and allowing me to continue to bring you videos like this. Now, I want to jump right into this video because there are a lot of outfits I want to get through, but I do want to clarify one thing, and that is that this is not a capsule wardrobe. A capsule wardrobe, of course, is where you have a finite amount of pieces, let's say 10, and you are basically limiting yourself to outfits you can create solely with those pieces. Not the case here. The items I selected were meant to be additions to my existing wardrobe that would give it a luxury upgrade for under $600. The good news is that the pieces that I'm using from my existing wardrobe are all, for the most part, timeless basics that you probably already have. Now, 4 quick housekeeping items before we get started. First, all of the items I'm featuring as luxury upgrades for less are from Quince. I'll talk more about the brand later in the video. Second, you can find links to all of those items down below in the description. Third, I'll give a quick overview of each item as I introduce it, as well as keep a running tally of the budget. And finally, I am 5'9", that's 175.26 centimeters, weighing in at 150 pounds. And I took a size medium in everything. First look, and the first featured item is this 100% suede overshirt. It's soft and luxe, easily upgrades the look, and coming in at $225 puts a little bit of a dent in my $600 budget. Underneath is our second item, a 100% Pima Cotton Luxe Touch long sleeve t-shirt with a price of $29.90, bringing our current total to $254.90. Think I'm gonna make it. For the rest of the outfit, I've got a pair of black flannel trousers, black penny loafers, and finished off with a great pair of shades. The next 3 looks are going to feature one specific item, this beautiful Mongolian cashmere fisherman quarter zip sweater. This is so ridiculously soft, it feels amazing, but aside from that, the main reason I chose it is because it is incredibly versatile, which you'll see over the next 3 looks. And as far as price, didn't forget, it comes in at $129.90, bringing our current total up to $384.80. Sometimes, no, actually most of the time, the best outfits are the simplest outfits. I've got the Quince Mongolian cashmere quarter zip paired with the black long sleeve t-shirt, classic light wash jeans, white sneakers. It is simple and casual, yes, but the addition of the cashmere sweater really takes it up a notch. Approachable and intentional without being overdressed, this is classic casual with a subtle luxury upgrade. With look number 3, I'm taking the same foundation as look number 1, black long sleeve tee, black flannel trousers, black penny loafers, but replacing the suede overshirt with the cashmere quarter zip. It's a little more polished, a little more straight down the fairway, classic business casual, but the stark color palette combined with the sunglasses gives it a bit of an edgier and more chic feel. Look number 4 is a very classic fall business casual ensemble. Up top, I've got the cashmere quarter zip layered over a crisp white dress shirt. For the pants, classic gray flannel, and finished off with the same black penny loafers from the previous look. It's a very simple combination, always stylish, with a color palette giving it a little bit more of a serious, or I mean business feel. Now, I have to say that I am very excited to be partnering with Quince for this video. It is a brand I've heard a lot about. You've mentioned it to me in the comments previously, and their values of quality, affordability, sustainability, and transparency make them a perfect partner for this channel. And let me talk a little bit more about each of those brand values. Quality. So, like me, Quince believes that quality shouldn't have to be a luxury. They use premium materials, as you've seen already, and combine them with timeless designs, which results in products that feel amazing and last longer. Sustainability. Now, this is something that's built into everything that Quince does. We're talking organic materials, environmentally conscientious packaging, and ethical business practices. Affordability. Also, like me, Quince believes that everyone should have access to nice things, and they're able to do this and keep prices low by using a factory direct model that cuts out the supply chain middlemen, thereby reducing costs. Which brings me to one of my favorite things about how this brand operates, their complete transparency in terms of pricing. On every product page, when you scroll down, you will see a complete cost breakdown, including materials, packaging, freight, duties, taxes, and so on, along with Quince's total cost, what they charge for the garment, and then what a traditional retailer would charge. It's pretty fascinating to see and almost kind of sick in a way when you consider what some brands will charge for pretty much the exact same product. Along those lines, they also provide information on brands with a similar product and how they stack up in terms of price, savings, materials, shipping, and returns. And speaking of shipping and returns, Quince does offer free shipping on all orders and 365-day returns. That's a year. I highly recommend checking out Quince for yourself, and a reminder that links to every Quince item featured in this video are available down below in the description. For look number 5, we are returning to the casual realm and featuring this double-brushed stretch overshirt jacket in camel. Great lightweight item, perfect for transitional weather, and the double-brushed cotton canvas gives it a luxury feel while still retaining its workwear DNA. Rest of the look you've seen already. Maybe I should have made this a capsule wardrobe video. Black long sleeve tee, light wash jeans, white sneakers, and a favorite pair of sunglasses to finish it off. Now don't think I forgot the price of the jacket from the last outfit. The double-brushed stretch overshirt jacket in camel is $49.90, which brings our total up to $437.70. But then when we add the next featured item, this beautiful Australian merino wool cable knit crew neck sweater to the mix, what are you thinking? $200, $300, $400? Now, based on how this looks and feels, that'd be a good guess. However, believe it or not, this retails on Quince for $79.90, making our total currently, with 5 looks to go, $514.60. Okay, so if look number 6 looks a lot like look number 5, it's because it is. Overshirt jacket, light wash jeans, sneakers, sunglasses, but the addition of the cable knit sweater gives it a completely different look and feel, just a little less casual. Now, when you see me do this, it is completely on purpose because I think it's really important to show you how a small change can have a big impact. And that's all I have to say about this one. It would not be a He Spoke style outfit video if I did not include a tonal look, and this is the one for this video. And of course, I'm going with brown. Up top, the suede overshirt paired with the cream, or heather bone as Quince calls it, Australian merino wool cable knit, brown corduroy pants, great pair of loafers, favorite sunglasses. Now, before you ask or comment, yes, sometimes I do tuck my sweaters in. I feel like it gives it a cleaner, slightly elevated, and more sophisticated feel. Look number 8, gonna take the formality down a notch and untuck the sweater here, once again pairing it with some light wash jeans, but changing a few things up. For the jacket, I've gone with a navy wool cashmere chore coat. On my feet, a pair of brown suede zip-up boots. Both of these items have a more casual feel, but because of the materials, wool cashmere, merino wool for the sweater, suede for the boots, you are left with a much more elevated impression of a classic casual look. 2 outfits left, and we are holding steady at $514.60. Look number 9, really switching things up here and casting the cable knit sweater in a more refined and elegant role. For the jacket, I've gone with a Merlot colored sport coat in a bamboo fabric, black flannel trousers, black loafers, and tinted sunglasses, which could also be worn indoors if you want to be that guy. Sometimes I like to be that guy. You got a problem with that? Personally, one of my favorite looks here in this video. Great for a night out, cocktails, dinner. It's elevated and elegant, but not overdone. And for look number 10, finishing off with a similar combination as the first look, suede overshirt, gray flannel trousers, black loafers, except up top, I'm going with the cable knit crew neck in place of the long sleeve tee. It's a little safer, a bit more conservative, but still very much elevated due to the luxe materials and textures. Now, there was one thing that I ordered that I did not include in any of the 10 looks that you just saw. And you may be wondering if I did that deliberately to keep my overall total down, because if you'll recall, at $514.60, I did start to push the upper limit of my budget pretty early. To be honest, that is not why I withheld the final item, and let me actually show you what the last piece was. This is a Mongolian cashmere ribbed beanie, and price was not the reason I left it out, because at $29.90, it would only increase my grand total to $544.50, which means I did not spend all $600. I actually have $55.50 left over. No, the reason I didn't include it was because when I styled some of the outfits with it, I felt they started to lean more winter rather than fall, and since this is a fall outfits video, I just decided to leave it out. It is, however, a great piece, and this, along with everything else from Quince featured in this video, is linked down below in the description, just in case you forgot. Thanks to Quince once again for sponsoring this video. Thank you for watching, and remember, stay tailored.